Are you gonna play Freek, or are you gonna? You've got this.
Press A to play.
Now we're playing with power.
Where's the glove? Where's the glove?
Oh my god, I had a power glove once. It was the most
did?
useless,
Whoa,
impossible to...
Lasers? There's lasers now.
Listen, it's episode 5, which is always in space.
True.
The closest I could ever come to a power glove was reviews of a movie, like YouTube reviews of a movie about the power glove.
Oh my god.
The point of the movie, which was like being that this kid had to win a Nintendo playing contest somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the wizard!
Yeah, the wizard.
The
That was
wizard!
it. Yeah.
Oh man, that's a classic.
It's embarrassing that it exists.
I've like
Yeah.
never watched it, but I've watched reviews of it. And yeah, they
Triple
tried
jump?
really hard to make that that power glove look cool, but all I could think was it looks like you would die in Super Mario.
Also, it just didn't work.
It really just did not.
I still won one though.
Just for your collection.
Yeah.
So you can be like, look at this thing, it sucks.
Yeah.
I remember trying
Well, I've got my
playing...
life for that. But yeah, it could work as a... Whoa. Part of my collection. Oh. Yeah. Boom.
I remember trying to play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out with that thing. And you would think, you know, boxing glove, or like power glove,
Oh my God.
boxing game, where in boxing you wear gloves, it must totally work, and it was
No, I could only see it like that being awful.
it was atrociously bad. Atrociously, just absolutely
Yeah.
impossible, unusable trash.
What about the Advantage?
Oh, that was kind of alright.
Did it actually work right?
Yeah,
Here's the
it
thing,
was
I'm a sucker
joystick.
for arcade controllers, right? If I thought I could get an arcade controller for a reasonable price, I might. I don't play enough fighting games to make anything like that worth it. But I'm a sucker for a good arcade controller, especially when you're playing a simple game.
Yeah, it was alright, but I think the games on the Nintendo were hard to play with it. So all of this platforming, split-second timing stuff that you had going on, you know? I don't know, somehow, at least for me, it always felt easier to have the controller just in your hand than like on your lap or on a surface. But I can imagine for SNES, I never had one, but I bet it would be absolutely awesome for like a lot of those side-scrolling fighting games.
Yo, yeah, they're best for fighting games, but like Metroid.
Oh, so close.
Oh, you almost had it.
That looks so bloody hard.
Right? Like, holy crap. I can imagine like trying to play Super Mario with it, for instance. But like, yeah, no, it's best for fighting games. I don't know why. I just really like arcade controllers. I think because I just liked arcades, and now I'm nostalgic.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, I can't wait to get a good emulator and to play Wonder Boy and Monster Land again.
You know they make that remake for the Switch, right?
Oh yeah, and it's a looker. Goddamn.
Yeah, with
But
hand-drawn
which Wonder
graphics.
Boy and Monster Land is it?
The Wonder Boyest.
The wondrous boyest of them all.
Yes. Which was, in fact, the land we monstered along the way.
Ah, Were there monsters in this Monster Land?
The
that we
real
monstered
monster is
along
the
the
boy
way?
we made it. That's a, no, okay, that's a weird one.
Real monsters made of Wonder Boys? I don't know. But yeah, I don't actually recall. I don't know. I'm realizing I don't know enough about the Wonder Boy and Monster Land lore to like properly answer that question.
So I remember when I was growing up, there were 3 that were in arcades. And this one was this sort of side-scrolling thing where there was an NES equivalent actually with slightly different graphics.
Okay.
And it's just a side-scrolling thing, and your character moves. You can't stop your character really from moving. You can only slow your character down, or speed your character up a little bit. Then there was another one where it was a very similar thing, but the character was flying and could ride dragons and shoot stuff. But there was another one which was kind of like a linear RPG-ish kind of thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. I only remember you playing the one that was side-scrolling and had like shops to buy stuff at with the
That
coins you
one.
got from monsters, and that's it.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think that's the one that was remade, right?
Could be. I bought it. I played it for like an hour. That's all I have to. Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, the graphics are hand-drawn and they look fantastic, and you can switch back and forth from the hand-drawn graphics of the old school ones, just to be able to see the difference.
Oh, nice.
So I mean, it sounds like it's right up your alley.
Be curious to check it out.
Oh, wow, that wasn't
Nice.
intended, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the other thing that I really want to do is just old school Metroid 4 or Super Metroid. Is that Metroid 4?
I don't
No,
remember.
that's like,
Isn't it 3?
I think it's 3, yeah.
Right? Because you got Metroid, then
Metroid 2 on the
Metroid
Game
2
Boy,
on
and then
Game
Super
Boy,
Metroid.
and then Super Nintendo,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the one that was on the SNES.
And then I think there was no 64 because
Nope.
the creator of Metroid couldn't figure out how to hold the damn 64 controller, which
Like,
fair.
I mean, to be fair, no one could.
Yeah, like fair.
If you ignored half of the controllers,
It
sometimes
worked
you
as a
could get
controller.
by. This is another one of those things where every time I see it, I wonder, like, yeah, but who is the person that made that pitch? Because I want to hear the pitch. I want to hear the pitch that convinced everybody that this tri-horn, three-legged thing is totes the way to go for the new Nintendo.
I think it was the person in charge, wasn't it? I think that's why it went through. They were like, but what if we add this joystick? And people were like, where are we going to add the joystick? And he was like, well, what if we add another handle?
It was.
And we make a spaceship.
It was just Nintendo being scared because they were like, "Oh no, 3D is the next big thing, and we're gonna go all for it. So we're gonna need a joystick, but also maybe it's not gonna catch on as much as we hope. So we might as well make a controller that can also function as like a traditional 2D gamepad. But that means that they delivered a thing that's not perfect for either.
Yep, it's a
Yeah.
camel. That controller is a camel for sure.
Even kind of looks like one.
I always thought it looked like a speed pod from Star Wars.
yeah, I can see that.
So explain this camel thing to me again. Is it because it has
it's-
two humps?
A camel is a horse designed by committee. That's the entire phrase.
Oh
It's
my
just-
god. No, okay. I think I got it. Oh. All right. So it's basically the worst of all worlds.
Right, it's like you added too many people's opinions in, and what you ended up with is not what any of you intended to end up with, you know?
Oh, I like it.
Ah.
Oh.
Right. So you end up with things like the 64 controller, modern day television,
No.
elevator music.
The whole thing. Come on.
Oh my god, yeah, there was no save point.
Nope.
This is why it's infinite, Freek. This is why it's schminfinite. But you've got this. You've got the schmoves and the power.
I be schmoovin'.
You got the schmooth moves. Schmooth schmoves.
Doing triple jumps here.
Schmipple jumps.
This is why it's in space.
This is
The,
why
hard,
it's in
the hardest
space.
stage has to be in space.
Exactly. Always.
No.
It's like Rainbow Road, except, with planets. And no
Oh.
rainbows.
Wait, but I'm now just remembering that there's a way comfier way to play this game.
And what is that? Oh yeah, I was using
Yeah.
those, yeah. Shoulder buttons.
Because that way I can use the camera while going fast and also still
That's
hit the
exactly
enemies.
why I
Forgot
like
about that, yeah.
controllers that have extra finger buttons, like extra shoulder buttons or paddles underneath.
What an innovation. I remember the first time I held a Super Nintendo controller, I was like, wow.
is the
So
future.
many buttons.
Right?
Whoa.
Yeah, and I think my favorite version of that is when they added buttons underneath the controller, so you don't ever have to touch the face buttons. And I was like, aha, yep, there you go. I keep my thumbs on the thumbsticks at all times. It makes things so much easier, because modern games are kind of made for that, right? But they didn't have the controllers for it, so sometimes they used to just, well, they still do, add just an automatic camera that follows you and just hope that it works.
Yeah.
No.
You've got this, you've got this.
Oh!
At least you're not gonna whap into anything, you can only fall
Forever.
forever and ever and ever.
Space is pretty big.
With anime speed lines, so I guess at a fair clip.
Seriously, look at how intense this is.
It is pretty intense. I'm,
four
again,
triple
very
jumps
glad
in a
that I'm
row.
not the one playing it.
Honestly, just walking at a brisk pace is way way better.
Yeah, well, it's like Sonic, right? Where
Yeah.
like in a lot of the 3D Sonic games, they tell you gotta go fast, but really in the 3D ones, it's kind of better to just go slow and
Yeah.
finish the stage.
God, I'm so scared.
You got this?
No, I don't know.
That was so close.
That was really
Okay,
close.
one more try, and then I'm gonna hand over the controller.
Oh, okay.
Andrew
Okay.
hasn't played yet, by the way.
I will give
Andrew
it a
hasn't.
shot.
Yeah, Andrew, come here.
I'm
Come take a
ready.
shot.
I'm pumped.
Yeah, come enjoy the suffering with us.
Yeah, let's give me the hard stage, me who hasn't played at all.
Yeah, it'll be great. Do you have any schmoves?
I have no schmoves.
You have 0 schmoves?
I'm schmoove free in 93.
Schmoove free. Well then.
Fuck it. No speed stuff. Just
You're
wanna.
entirely unschmooved.
I am
I
unschmooved.
just wanna make it through.
Serenity now. There's
Yeah,
wires.
sorry, I've got this long cable here. I have all of the cable.
Do you have it all?
Yep. There we go.
That's my head.
Okay, I've
Oh,
made
was
it
it
a
doing
bit
in
further,
the
but
way of
there's
making
still
it?
no save points.
Oh god.
I hate this game.
You've got this, Freek. You've
No
got
speed.
this.
No speed. I'm gonna
No
be
speed, yeah, yeah.
anti-Sonic.
Moderate pace, okay? We're only gonna go fast for retirees.
I
We're
would
gonna-
say not even a moderate pace. Go at a leisurely strolls pace.
Yeah, like
Okay, but now I have to.
you're on a rascal scooter. Go.
Oh, badass.
Nicely done. Beat up the fudgicles. Cool.
They do look like popsicles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fudge sickles.
Oh my god. Never mind, Andrew. You don't get to play.
That
Yay!
Look at how proud they are. Just, love it.
Nice.
Yay.
So,
Okay. You can just pick whatever level
see,
you
it
wanna
wasn't
pick.
an F, which would have
Wait,
been my
oh.
grade. Oop.
Cutscene time. This is.
Oh god. Oh, why
don't
is it
give me
creepy?
a story. It doesn't need a story.
Why is it creepy?
That's some weird ass lore. Like
That's
the moon is
Lovecraft.
also
What the
like.
hell is this?
I mean, what?
Oh. This time it's for
Yeah,
real.
so enjoy, Andrew. Are you gonna play Freek or are you gonna? You've got this. You've got this. It's okay. Under the watchful gaze of Yog-Sothoth, we shall prevail.
Right. So let's see. How do I play? I can jump. That looks important. All right. I can twirl.
Hey, when the madness has taken you, I think you should hand the controller back to Freek so we can actually finish it.
Oh, jump.
But
Jump.
yeah, no, I think you should give it a shot.
Hey, but there's no
See,
cranes
these
in this
buttons
level,
are nicer
so that.
too because then you can hold your thumb on the actual camera button and like move it around while you're
Oh.
doing stuff. Yeah.
Oh, this is advanced.
Just ultimate control.
Advanced moving. Ah!
You've got this.
This is
you've got
fine.
this. Yeah, you're
I'm
good.
okay.
This is super cool and fun.
I need a minute. All right. Okay. We're okay. This is fine. No. Okay. No.
Look at those speed lines.
Uh huh.
You were at least going fast.
I
You
was going
followed
fast.
Sonic instructions. Yeah.
Which is super important. Ah! Ah!
Oh, off you go.
Ugh.
This is how you learn, though.
This is tense.
They should have made this the tutorial level.
Yeah. Uh huh.
There you go. Just really make sure you're committed to the game before you get to experience it.
Our game isn't for just anybody. No.
This
we
is
want-
for hardcore gamers, mofo. Hardcore only.
Ah! Very relaxing activity we've chosen to partake in today. No! Lasers!
Yeah, you know, isn't it
More
great? Like the
lasers.
music is so lovely and it's brightly colored and fun
Save
and
point.
energetic.
Save point. Don't. Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing scary in it at all.
Nice.
Yes, I have to admit, it's a lot more relaxing just watching, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a perk being like just the engineer most of the time. I'm just sitting around goofing off. You two are doing all the hard work here. Getting
And
hit
then
by
it's like 80%
fudgesicles.
of the time it's like Callie, and then there's me jumping in from time to time.
Yeah, but like, listen, in this particular case, I think you saved us about 9 hours of me struggling with the last several stages, so.
Oh,
That's evil.
not
okay?
polite.
It's fine, Look, it's alright. We're well on the way with this dude's clear eyes. We'll get there.
It unalived me.
I'm not gonna lie, I
It's
do
in
like the
alignment.
idea of just Andrew losing his actual mind this afternoon. That's just,
I'm telling you, that's what I think was gonna happen. It's great.
Yeah.
Is this what has been
crafty
missing
and
from your
test of
lives?
will,
yeah.
Oh, wait till you see what I'm like when I'm working on my PhD, guys.
Unhinged friend. Like, yeah, that's what I needed. Like for the collection.
Oh, good. Well,
No,
I got you.
This is good. Like we're doing resiliency training for your PhD right now. That's what we're doing.
Look, it's a disco shroom.
Yeah, see, you have to hit the disco shrooms, kind of like how you have to hit your deadlines.
Okay. Well, now that I've hit the disco
Then you have
You
to
can jump.
carefully balance
Yeah.
on the rail, kind of like have to carefully balance your life and responsibilities when you're working on your PhD.
Right. Because I can
You
do
also
that.
have to whack obstacles out of the way, kind of like how you slap your professors when they tell you to do things that don't make any sense.
Because that's what happens in real life.
Uh huh.
It's not?
Nope.
You don't pirouette and slap them repeatedly.
Oh my god, can you imagine? We need you to publish this paper. Pirouette slap.
I don't know why that's so funny, but like,
That is a lot more like reminiscent of my PhD.
oh, this looks fun. Oh,
Just falling into abysmal complete failure. Science.
fair enough. No optimism in your soul, eh?
That was the optimistic version.
Like, now you're just trying to. Oh,
I'm
man.
really not though. Oh,
You
that
really
was
don't like
terrible.
those guys, do you?
No, they're sharp.
You could just jump over them, but you're just like, I'm gonna destroy all of you.
Oh, I could just jump over them.
Yeah, just.
Oh, if I just leave it alone, he lands on the shroom. That's cool.
What the game is trying to tell you is that you're the one making life difficult.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like much like your PhD, if I don't know, I don't have a good.
Everything
good
that went
analogy for
wrong
this one.
went wrong because of you.
Uh-huh.
That's basically the message.
Oh, good.
Yeah. It's the crux of the
Yeah,
story.
you caused COVID, Andrew. How could you?
Oh my god,
Okay,
I'm
that
so
took
sorry.
that took a hard turn that I did not. Okay.
That's the hardest. That's the thing that went wrong, right? So there you go.
I ate the bat.
You ate the bat.
Do we know what the origin was now, or well,
I
whatever?
don't actually know. But like,
No. You were schmooving there for a bit.
you were schmooving.
Yeah.
You were finding your schmooze.
I got schmoves sometimes.
You were schmoozing the stage a little bit.
My schmoves work every time, 60% of the time.
You know, break out
Stings
them
the
fancy
nostril.
schmoos.
Ha! No! Ah.
Oh, the schmouncing gets you, huh?
I got arrogant there.
Yeah, you got
You gotta-
cocky. I could tell. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I
You got
broke out that
schmarrigan.
ha and it was over.
As
All right.
soon as you start thinking, oh, I can easily make this, then you're not gonna make it.
Yeah, this game has that about it, huh?
Yeah.
It's like, don't get cocky here. Ha. Alright. I respect you, game. I want you to know that.
You know the game doesn't respect you in the slightest.
No.
This is why it's throwing
It-
you off cliffs
it
and
loves
staring
me.
with a giant yellow eye. You know what? Yeah, this is true. Let's go with the interpretation of the game that actually wants you to succeed. Because like I think that's a little more.
No, I missed the shroom.
Never mind. The game is just throwing things in your way because it doesn't like you. I got nothing.
Oh,
I like that
cables.
a thing is like these disco magic mushrooms.
I mean,
Yeah, those disco mushrooms are kind of
they're
cool.
the best kind of mushrooms. Oh.
Oh,
Also, what's? I mean, is it me or do those enemies from a distance look like Drowsy, like the color scheme
They do, yeah.
and the shape? They remind me of Drowsy. I like
It's
Drowsy.
true. Yeah, they
He's a
look
sleepy
a lot
boy.
Like, yeah. They look a lot like Drowsy. So see, they're also eating your dreams, Andrew.
ah!
I'm so sorry.
Why? I was there. I like.
You've
my,
got this. You've got this. Okay, well, you made it once. That means you can make it again.
My
Sorry, that
nose-
was perfect.
My
I'm
nose
sorry.
glanced the thing as I was falling.
You've made it once. You can make it again. Did the game give you a pity shield?
Okay, you don't have to rub it in. I mean,
No, man, it's like that's real old school design, right? Like you fall off a cliff a bunch of times, so it goes, oh, okay, if you're having